Hey guys, this is Heather Logan here. I did spend almost 2 years with Vanya at Paradise Babies a few years ago, and hope you guys are doing well. I'm sorry I wasn't able to join you live. I just had something come up with my family that prevented that, but we're going to cover the same information, and I have faith that Delani and or Vanya can answer questions or facilitate a discussion to talk you through some of this. So we're going to talk about choices and routines, two pretty important things related to guidance right now that you're spending a lot of time at home. And the content on choices is coming from Eleanor Reynolds' book, Guiding Young Children, A Problem-Solving Approach. And then the routine information is coming from Prevent, Teach, Reinforce for Young Children. So when we think about choices, in offering children choices, we want to remember to use a neutral, respectful, non-judgmental tone of voice. So I might say to you, hey, we have 2 flavors of ice cream. Would you like chocolate or would you like vanilla? Neutral, respectful, non-judgmental. That's the way I would say it. The way I would not say it is, hey, we have 2 flavors of ice cream. Would you like chocolate or would you like vanilla? So the way that I just asked you, you're probably going to choose chocolate because I asked you in such an enthusiastic way. We want to give children choices because they are learning to be independent. They want to be independent. But both choices must be acceptable. You may walk to the playground by yourself, or you may hold my hand. It's time to go outside. Now, you can change these for any scenario. The next slide is going to look at some particular things that you might be doing at home. The blocks get picked up either before or after snack. You can decide. So it's not really a choice that the blocks get picked up. What is a choice is when they get picked up. So there are lots of things during your day that are not a choice. There are times taking a rest or having a nap, going to bed. Those are not choices, but perhaps how you do it can be a choice. So I really like this infographic, and it helps us think about offering choices. So we want to do it because it helps children partake in the decision-making process, and so it increases engagement and decreases problem behavior. You can offer different types of choices, this or that. You want to do this or that. Do you want to play with the ball or do you want to run as fast as you can? How to do it, how many, who will help, and even what color. We're going to look at some examples of those. But the key is to offer just two choices. And then it prevents a power struggle. We want to avoid giving choices that aren't available, so we wouldn't offer Oreos if that's not a choice. Or giving an empty threat like canceling a party or a holiday. We're not going to do that. So for this or that, would you like to wear your shoes or boots today? Shoes or boots? For how to do it, would you like to walk to the car fast or slow? For how many? Would you like 2 or 3 cookies for dessert? Assuming that's a good choice. Would you like mom to read or dad to read you a book? That would be who would help. And then what color would you like to wear your red or blue shirt today? The reason, again, that we want to do this is because children are learning to make decisions for themselves, and it may be just super overwhelming to say, what do you want to wear today? Well, there's lots of options in the closet, but if we narrow it down, then we're going to help them be able to make those choices. And also, it's going to prevent that power struggle, which is then going to increase appropriate behaviors. Okay, the next topic is using a predictable schedule. So in childcare at Paradise Babies, a schedule is followed. This is really important for children's development to know what comes next. And it helps with behavior because now I'm not going to be surprised. If I know every day after group time we go outside, then I know I have that to look forward to. So first and foremost, we want to use a predictable schedule. But then secondly, we also want to think about routines within routines. And we can think about this at home too. So have a predictable schedule at home, but then we want to have routines. And these can be utilized for every major component of the day. So at home, that might be getting up and getting ready, your morning routines. And then it might be right now, we're going to have a block of time in the morning where we're going to do some activities, or we're going to go outside. Then we might have lunchtime. We might have rest time. We might have playtime. So each of these blocks of the day, there ought to be a predictable routine. We want to think about goals and allow routines to provide opportunities for children to practice those goals. So if the goal is that a child is able to put their shoes on by themselves, then every morning we're going to give them the opportunity to practice that. We can mediate this with picture sequences, and I'm going to show you some examples, and then directly teach the sequences using either puppets, role play, children taking turns, you taking turns with them as the parent in modeling that, or as the caregiver. Because we can't just assume that children know what to do. Aren't there lots of things that we don't know what to do? You know, if I start a new job, if you go somewhere new, if you go on vacation, you know, people come diving. In Roatan, if they've never been before, they have to be taught the expectations and the routine. And it's the same idea with young children. They just don't automatically know what we're expecting of them at meal times. We have to teach these routines, teach these expectations. So here's an example of a picture sequence for washing hands, which is pretty relevant right now. And if you don't have a way to print these off, you know, you can show them on a device. So, you know, first we get our hands wet, we get the soap, we scrub and sing for 20 seconds, we rinse, dry our hands, turn off the water. If you have a particular sequence or routine that you do at home, you can take pictures of the child doing that and then put them in a sequence. So it's them, they're seeing themselves do it. Here's just another example. This could be for an art easel, painting either at home or in a child care setting or at school. First, we put on a smock or an old t-shirt, whatever you do. Get the paper, write your name on the paper. You know, whatever your routine is. And you're going to have routines, again, for brushing teeth, for taking a bath, for rest time. And if there are any particular times during the day that are more difficult than others, then I suggest you start there with some type of picture schedule, picture routine. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you can think about ways to put these into practice and then reflect on the difference that it makes when choices are given and we teach routines. Again, we can't assume that children know how to do these things. Sometimes giving choices is like magic. It really works. And I think Delani can share some examples of that as well. So I hope you guys are doing well. And next time I will aim to see you live. Thanks.